There are things men don't realize until it's too late, and all they are left with is regret. I don't want you to be 55 years old and finally realizing how the world really works, and be full of regrets. I want you to learn these 7 life lessons men learn too late in life, in your youth. These are basically cheat code to win the game of life. Let us discuss 7 things other men regret so you don't have to make these mistakes. Make sure you stick around until the end because the last ones might just be the most important. Number 1. Letting others kill your dreams. Imagine letting your dreams die because of other people's judgment. That is what happens to most people. If you have anyone in your life that don't support your dreams and goals, you have to cut them off. It doesn't matter if it's a close friend or a family member, don't let anybody laugh at your dreams. Be ruthless with this because you are the one who is responsible for your future. Plus, more often than not, these people who doubt you won't even be in your life 10 years from now. Ask yourself this: what would you do differently if you weren't worried about people judging you? Maybe you would start a business or become a YouTuber. Whatever it is, live your life to the fullest and try everything. Even if it fails, at least you won't wake up at 60 years old regretting it. It's not going to be easy. Times will get tough on your journey to success, and yes, you will think about all these people doubting you. You might even want to quit. But these moments are the time to show how bad you want it and how much you believe in yourself. If it was easy, everybody would have it. So even when you face failures after failures, don't let it stop you. Instead, use it as fuel to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep dreaming. And that's the key. It's time to reclaim your dreams, man. Because at the end of the day, your dreams are a reflection of you, of your hopes, your ambitions, your passions. They're a part of who you are, and no one has the right to take that away from you. By the way, I'm curious to know, what are your goals for 2024? Let me know in the comments below. Next, number 2. Your testosterone is your source of power. It makes your bick get hard, gives you motivation, confidence, physical strength, muscle growth, and even increased bone density. However, for men, testosterone levels have been dropping drastically for the last few decades. In today's world, there's a ton of things decreasing your testosterone levels. I will make a separate video on it, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. The decrease in testosterone levels partly explains why men don't feel as strong both mentally and physically. You need to understand how testosterone works, and focus on increasing it. Trust me, it will make you feel 10 times better. Here's a list of things that will drastically improve your testosterone levels. Sleep well, don't be overweight, lift weights, avoid excessive alcohol, avoid tobacco, and embrace competition. Studies show that being competitive boosts your testosterone like crazy. So, start engaging in competitive activities such as playing sports or learning martial arts. Number 3. Wasting your prime years. Wasting your prime is the biggest mistake a man can make. We all peak and have our prime years. In essence, it's the period when our physical, mental, and emotional capabilities reach their peak. It varies for everyone, but generally it's from the 20s through the 40s. It can feel like you're on top of the world during that period. Now, these years are a golden opportunity, a time when you're bursting with energy and potential. But here's the kicker. They are also incredibly fleeting. I've heard countless stories of men who look back and wish they had utilized their prime years more effectively. Many men use that period of their life to party hard and do drugs, then in their 50s they regret missing out on their potential. Instead, aim to become a beast physically and mentally during your younger years so you can face challenges and look back proudly later in life. Make sure you work hard so future you has a rich and healthy life. The moral here is clear. Make the most of your prime, because time waits for no man. Number 4. Letting opportunities slip by. It's common sense to make the most of your opportunities and advantages, or you think it would be. Most people let opportunities slip by every single day. You need to take advantages of the opportunities presented to you. We live in the absolute best time to become successful. The world is full of so much more opportunities than our parents had. With the internet, you can start an online business and work from wherever you want. If you're willing to learn the skill, grind, and never give up, you can become financially free. Many people took advantage of their opportunities in life and became rich as fuck, like the people who invested during a recession or in Bitcoin when it was fairly new. When opportunity knocks, don't just open the door. Welcome it in, make it a cup of coffee, and see where the conversation goes. Of course, not all opportunities pan out. I once jumped at a chance to invest in what seemed like a revolutionary idea. It bombed. Big time. But I learned, I grew, and I became better at discerning the next opportunity that came my way. Remember, opportunities don't come with guarantees. They're risky, they're uncertain, and they might even scare you. But they also hold the promise of something greater, something better that can change your life forever. So take that risk, embrace the uncertainty, and let that fear fuel your drive. Number 5. Not understanding female nature. No matter if you're young or old, every man should know that the wrong relationship can take away a big chunk of his life and his mission. As a man, you should be very picky when choosing to commit to a relationship. Most brothers are not careful when choosing a girl and only judge girls by their looks. This often leads to a bad relationship. Most men don't really know how to properly vet a girl for a serious relationship. They end up marrying girls with questionable morals, who sometimes even settle for them. I don't care how desperate you are. Never be a woman's second choice. Many men have suffered from a bad marriage because they weren't able to pick a good girl. Some even say that it ruined their life. Do not rush into a relationship. Instead, work on yourself first and learn about female nature before even thinking about committing to a girl. Your purpose should always come first, and your girl has to support it. Learn about female nature, otherwise you will get hurt and waste your time. Number 6. Not controlling your sexual urges. Men always have been hypersexual, but with the rise of Pornhub, TikTok, Instagram, and OnlyFans, there is now a multitude of sexual content for you to consume. So that's what men do. They consume endless sex on a screen. This leads to a lack of control over your sexual desires, and even sometimes unhealthy sexual desires like the R word. It's like a drug, the more you consume it, and the more you want it. It makes so many men lose control of their mind and make stupid decisions for sex. Being attracted to girls is completely normal and natural. Our bodies are wired to desire, to crave intimacy, but it's crucial to understand that there's a difference between healthy desire and allowing these urges to dictate our actions. Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Roman emperors known to be a legendary Stoic, wrote in his book Meditations that sexual promiscuity was a feminine trait to have. His reasoning was that yes, sex feels good, but you should not indulge. Virtue and self-control come first. Someone who is promiscuous lacks self-control and therefore is feminine in his eyes. Men don't see the severity of corn and lack of sexual discipline until it's too late. They're either too old with a fucked up brain or got a random chick pregnant and now have to pay for child support. So how can we navigate this? It's about finding balance, about understanding that our desires are a part of us but not the whole of us. It's about making conscious choices, about understanding the potential consequences before acting on an impulse. Remember, our urges are natural, they're a part of being human. Use them to work on your goals and develop yourself. That is why NoFap is so powerful. Number 7. Scrolling on social media and playing video games are a waste of time. I know this one is going to hurt your feelings. Ever spent hours on social media or gaming and wondered where the time went? It's a trap many of us fall into, often without realizing the impact it's having on our lives. Internet gaming is so bad that it has been categorized as a mental disorder, under the International Classification of Diseases. Internet gaming disorder is linked to preoccupation, withdrawals, and loss of interest in other activities. When you're gaming, your brain is releasing unnatural levels of dopamine because of overstimulation. When you do it for a prolonged period of time, your brain becomes accustomed to that level of pleasure. It makes everything else appear boring and kills your motivation to do anything else. It doesn't stop there. Gaming is also associated to sleep issues, anxiety, and depression. Not factoring in all the time that you waste trying to level up in someone else's world instead of the real world. There's a reason why video games are so addictive. Game developers tap into our deep desires such as having power, progressing toward a goal, or being strong. They know that getting all these in real life requires real work, so they give it to you in a fictional world. Stop living in a fictional world and start leveling up your character in real life. I'm not expecting you to stop playing games cold turkey. You should start by playing less each week and replace that time to productive activities that are going to make your real life better. In the long run, you will level up in your real life so much that you won't even want to get that cheap dopamine from video games anymore. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more life-changing content. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one, brother.